Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And it's time once again, Larson, for the free agent game. There seems to be contract after contract after contract coming up sometime in 2024. And we're here we're here to say where these people should go, or I forget how are we predicting where they are going to go or where they should go?
Yes, but I think the more important aspect of it is, do we think the same thing? Of course, if you're familiar with the Newlywed Game, classic television game show. For example, look, I got a piece of paper. It says WAW, TNA, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do, you drew logos. Look at you, artist. What we're going to do is I'm going to name names, and we're going to take turns.
Look at this one.
And that's New Japan. And so we're going to take turns, and I'll try to predict what Steve's going to do, and vice versa. That's how this goes. Wow. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're not going to keep score. This is for fun.
Yeah.
So let's start this off. The first name, perhaps top luminary potential free agent. Well, she is a free agent now. Taking time off, reportedly. It's conceivable that she can go anywhere once she decides she wants to wrestle again. We have her as AEW champion in our overlay over at the podcast. Stephen Larson going around WB and AEW podcast channel.
We do.
Nonetheless, Steve, Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I want you to think about where she's going to go. Once you've made your mind, let me know, and I'll put up my sign to see if we're on the same page.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can eliminate all these right here. It's down to these two. So honestly, Larson,
don't show it yet. Don't show it. Just when you have a decision, just let me know.
Okay. May I ask you this?
Sure.
I mean, it's got to be here. All right. I got my decision done.
All right. I think you're going to say WWE.
Yeah! Man, that was close. You had me going because you put AEW up and then you turned it around because, man, of course she's going to stay with the WWE.
She's not going anywhere.
Dude, listen, when we put in the little overlay on Going in Raw, when I put the AEW, I didn't even put the women's championship. I put the men's championship because it's so ridiculous that she would go anywhere but the Federation.
WWE
it is. Oh, man, that was exhilarating.
1 for 1. Look at us.
That was exhilarating. Our Katras aligned.
Instantly.
Man.
Next
Next
name. Another free agent to be, or a free agent to be. Just took an L to Braun Breaker on Raw this week. Talking about the one and only Trevor Mann, Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
So let me think on it. About where I think he's going to go, and then we'll see if we're in agreement here. All right.
So you're gonna choose first. I mean, I know we've talked about this on the show, Larson. I'll just lay it out a little bit. AEW is where the best wrestle. On the other hand, oh man, he's got Samantha Irvin over there in WWE, but plenty of couples have been separated throughout promotions. It's not abnormal for that to be the case, and on top of that, right now, he's in the middle of 2 feuds, both of which he's going to be on the losing end of. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker. Where do you think he's going to go?
Well, I mean, it's entirely possible from a wrestling perspective. The grass could be greener on the other side.
Entirely possible.
That being said, all right, I have my answer.
All right, man. I guess you're supposed to pick up your thing or something?
You do.
I pick up the thing. Okay, I got the thing right here.
All right.
Trevor Mann is going to be going to AEW because it's where the best wrestle.
Wow. That's interesting. I would have thought you would have said WWE because that's where Samantha Irvin, his fiancée, I believe, is. In fact, I went with
all right. Well,
WWE's got a little momentum. I know Will Ospreay's lobbying hard for Trevor Mann to come over to All Elite Wrestling.
That picture,
I'm skeptical it's going to happen.
That picture of the handshake is what put me over on AEW, so I figured, it is where the best wrestle, and I don't see him coming out of any significant feuds. Like, he's the Twitter champion right now. Like, he could take that Speed Championship over to AEW. They can have yet another title over there, Larson.
Just what they need.
Yeah, man.
Next, let's talk about the boat.
Oh.
Natalya.
Oh.
Reported to be a free agent soon. some point during the next few weeks, at least in 2024. Steve, where do you think Natalya's going to go? Don't show.
Yeah.
Where? I will show my sign, and then we'll see if we're in agreement.
I've got mine.
All right.
There's no thinking about this one.
It's WWE, isn't it?
The Federation. She's all over WWE TV. Like she has such a solid base there. She's doing the wrestling training stuff, probably making pretty good money, and on top of that, she's being used on a regular basis. Who wants to go to a place that's going to stick all their women in catering while they run one match a week? Well, one match a show anyways.
Yeah, one match a show.
Ooh, this is exciting. Who's next?
This is fun. So next name we're going to talk about, Angel Garza. Reported recently by Fightful. Soon to be free agent.
Soon.
So I'm going to think about where he's going to go. You throw up your placard. We'll see if we match.
Man. So apparently both Humbertos Garza.
Well, we can do them as a package deal because I have Humberto on here as well. We can either do them individually or together since they are more or less a tag team right now.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, he's been there for a while. He's still relatively young. He's still relatively young. I don't have any of the luchador promotions on here, but I kind of feel like he's not going to go into any of them. He'd get lost in the shuffle over. I mean, I hate doing this, but I'm going to do this one.
Go ahead.
You know what? No, I'm going to do this one.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
I'm going to do this one.
All right. Throw it up.
TNA.
No way, man. He's staying at WWE.
He's a henchman, and he's been ahead. Like, he's moved down the ladder. He used to be the Lotharios. Before that, he was a singles guy. No way, man. This guy needs total non-stop action. Total
non-stop Angel.
Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about Carrillo right now, right?
No, we're talking about Angel Garza.
Oh, okay. Now, are we talking about Carrillo now?
Yeah, same thing. WWE, he stays there.
He's going to go to TNA with Angel Garza. They're going to be the Humbertos Garza, Larson.
Oh, that's what you want to see happen.
I do.
All right, let's move on to a former WWE champion. Someone who used to have one of the best theme songs in all pro wrestling. Maybe he'll be able to keep that wherever he goes next. I'm talking about Jinder Mahal.
Oh, okay.
Steve, where do you think Jinder Mahal is going to go?
He's got a story built in for him if he were to go to AEW.
He would. Don't show yet.
Not showing anything. I've got it right here. That's the only thing I can say is he's got a story built in for him if he goes to AEW. That don't mean he's going to end up there, but
I'm going to say he's going to. You're going to say he's going to TNA.
He's definitely going to TNA. Of course, he's going to TNA. He's the most TNA wrestler there is.
It would make a lot of sense for him to go to AEW. Don't feel like it's going to happen. At least maybe an appearance, but not like a full-time deal.
Here's the thing about AEW, Larson. It's where the best wrestle, and he's never been the best wrestler. Not saying he can't be, but he ain't that guy, I don't think, in Tony Khan's eyes.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
We're on the topic of AEW. Let's talk about a former AEW wrestler. He really loved his hat. Jake Hager is a free agent. Where's my stuff? All right, I already know where he's going to go.
I've got it right here, and I can see this guy easily going to the promotion that most embodies we the people, the NWA.
It's the NWA.
It is the most we the people. Don't tread on me in the NWA.
Yeah, I would be shocked if Billy Corgan's on the phone with the Jake Hager by now.
Oh, big time.
Next, let's talk a personal favorite of ours. Talking about Dijak.
Oh.
I don't think Ricky Starks is he slated to be a free agent this year? Is that been confirmed?
Oh my God, yeah. They're saying that he's going to be done soon.
Oh, all right. Well, he has named the list after Dijak. I already mentioned Dijak. Keep that pose in mind, Steve. Ricky to the list.
All right, cool.
First, Dijak. So I got to match you. So you got to think about where you think Dijak's going to go. He's drafted to Raw, has not been on main roster TV since the draft.
Oh,
and
it's
I wonder
just,
if the contract situation is holding things up or strictly a creative thing. But nonetheless, Steve, where do you think he's going to go?
It's a matter of time before it would be him if he chooses to stay with the WWE. Be just a matter of time before he is their next Cody Rhodes. I think he knows that. I think everybody knows that. Granted, AEW is where the best wrestle, and I think New Japan is an intriguing prospect for him, but I know where he's going to go. I'm ready.
All right. I think he's going to go to WWE.
The Federation.
Stay in the Federation. I feel like it's just a thing where they're waiting for the right time to introduce on main roster TV.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as Adam Pearce's sheriff, I think that'd be a great idea.
I think, it's time for, Lawman Dijak.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, next, Ricky Starks. Go ahead. I already know where he's going to go. Steve, put it up.
I've got mine.
Put
and
it up.
It is Chase U. Throw up the U's.
But yes, Chase U.
I made that specifically for Ricky Starks.
He's going to main roster, though. Ricky Starks going to main roster.
I don't know. It depends on how they want to approach NXT over the next 6 months.
Hey, imagine Cody starting a faction
Ooh, yeah.
to battle AJ and Good Brothers. Gives his good friend Ricky Starks a call.
Yeah.
Hey,
him,
Arn,
Anderson.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Come on over to the Fed.
Yeah, man. Arn, bring your Glock. We're going to need all the firepower we can.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
All right, I got one more name here. Got a championship match at Clash of the Castle, and yet, according to reports, he's a free agent as of this Friday.
Yeah.
Talking about Chad Gable. I forgot who's in the hot seat, so Steve, where do you think Chad Gable is going to go?
He's one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and AEW is where the best wrestle. He'd be the top star in TNA if he decided to go there. He could take over Bullet Club in New Japan. No way he's going to NWA. He could retire to Florida.
He could retire to Florida. That's a terrible Florida.
That's a great Florida. What are you talking about? So all that being said, I've got my answer, Larson.
I could see through the piece of paper. It's not AEW, it's
Federation.
WWE.
Oh, dude,
yes.
This is almost, in my mind, almost an MJF type situation where I feel like this dude's already re-signed. He's about to be.
Entirely possible.
There's only 5 matches, probably, maybe 6 at Clash of the Castle, and he's on one of them. They wouldn't be doing all this stuff if he didn't. I think it's if he hasn't signed, it's the Drew McIntyre thing where they're going to wait till they get to Glasgow to docu-sign his new WWE contract, making a shitload of money because he's doing great work, probably then going to walk in and win that Intercontinental Championship and be his own sort of mini version of Roman Reigns. I see that, and I think that he's gonna. I think the sky is the limit from there because I could see him as WWE World Champion, not necessarily WWE Champion, but World Champion. I think that's a possibility for him after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steve, super high on Chad Gable.
Oh, at this point, dude, WWE's turned me around. They have made so many more people interesting over the past month or so. Him and Liv Morgan, just the 2 names off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more.
You know where Chad Gable needs to go to find his potential?
Chase you, throw him up.
Chase you.
Anyways, let us know where you think all these wonderful free agents are going to land. And hit that like and the sub button, everybody. We'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.